The Crusades were a series of religious wars fought between Christians and Muslims. Spanning over 2 centuries, from the late 11th to the late 13th century, these conflicts were a defining epoch in medieval history. Motivated by religious fervor and political ambition, European Christians embarked on a series of campaigns to capture the Holy Land, a region of immense religious significance to both Christianity and Islam. The Crusades left an indelible mark on the course of history, shaping the relationship between East and West for centuries to come. At the heart of the Crusades lay the city of Jerusalem, a sacred site revered by Christians, Muslims, and Jews alike. For Christians, Jerusalem was the site of Jesus Christ's crucifixion and resurrection, making it a place of profound religious importance. Muslim control of Jerusalem, which began in the 7th century, was a source of lament for many Christians in Western Europe. Adding to the tension was the Byzantine Empire, the eastern remnant of the Roman Empire, which had lost control of much of the Holy Land to the Seljuk Turks. The Byzantine emperor's plea for help in retaking these lands from the Seljuks would ultimately provide the spark that ignited the Crusades. In 1095, Pope Urban II delivered a rousing speech at the Council of Clermont in France, calling upon all Christians to take up arms and liberate Jerusalem from Muslim rule. Urban's call resonated deeply with the people of Europe. He promised spiritual rewards, including the remission of sins for those who participated in the crusade. He painted a vivid picture of the suffering of Christians in the East and the desecration of holy sites. Motivated by religious zeal, a thirst for adventure, and the prospect of land and riches, thousands of people from all walks of life heeded the Pope's call. Thus began the First Crusade. The First Crusade, spanning from 1095 to 1099, was an unexpected success for the Crusaders. They managed to capture Jerusalem in 1099, establishing a series of Crusader states in the Holy Land. However, the Second Crusade, which took place from 1147 to 1149, ended in failure, with the Crusaders unable to recapture the strategically important city of Edessa. The Third Crusade, running from 1189 to 1192, was led by notable figures like Richard the Lionheart and Saladin. This crusade resulted in a truce that allowed Christians access to Jerusalem for pilgrimage. The Fourth Crusade, from 1202 to 1204, took an unexpected turn, diverting to Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, and sacking it. This event had long-lasting consequences, further weakening the Byzantine Empire and exacerbating the schism between the Eastern and Western Christian churches. The Children's Crusade, a tragic event in 1212, saw thousands of children from Europe set out for the Holy Land. Many of these children perished along the way or were sold into slavery. Subsequent crusades, such as those led by Louis IX of France and Prince Edward of England, primarily focused on Egypt, but ultimately failed to regain a foothold in the Holy Land. By the late 13th century, the Crusader states had fallen, marking the end of a sustained Christian political presence in the Holy Land. The Crusades, while ultimately unsuccessful in their primary objective, had a profound and lasting impact on European history and culture. They led to increased trade between East and West, the introduction of new ideas and technologies to Europe, and a strengthening of monarchical power. However, the Crusades also left a legacy of violence and intolerance. They contributed to the persecution of Jews in Europe and exacerbated tensions between the Christian West and the Islamic East. The Crusades remain a complex and controversial period of history, one that continues to fascinate and provoke debate centuries later.